Hey YouTubers, got another video review for you today. This is a product from a company by the name of Nebo. This is their Transcend 1500, and this is the updated version to the regular Transcend that put out 1,000 lumens on turbo mode. This one actually puts out 1,500, so it's a lot brighter, and they've made some changes to the new model here, and I'm just going to show all the different features. And now, as you can see, I've went ahead and put the thing back in the box. I've had this thing out, been playing with it for about a month now, and I gotta say, if you're in the market for a headlamp, this is definitely the one to get. Now, before I said the Transcend is the one to get, that was the older model. With this one being brighter and the improvements that they made, I would definitely get this one. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into this review, so stay tuned. Now, I gotta say, the cool thing with this headlamp is if you don't want to use it as a headlamp, you can just pull it out of the clip here. And I'm trying to do this one-handed, and it fits in there really snug, so just bear with me. You just take and pull it off, and you can just hold it in your hand like this. And if you're working on something, this end right here is magnetic, so it'll stick to steel or whatever. And instead of having the one LED there in the middle like most of the Nebo headlamps, this one has three, so that is pretty neat. And as you can see, they've got a selector switch here on the side, and you can set it to low, or there's medium, there's high, and that's it. And the on and off button is right there. So if you just want to use this light and just hold it in your hand, you can use the magnetic feature, or you can put it back into the headlamp. And I wanted to go ahead and pop it out of there to kind of show you just how tight this thing fits in there. But you can see right here on the headlamp, it's got these little locking pieces here, one there with my index fingers, and then one right there. And what they do is fit into the groove back in here. And so you make your adjustments by turning it up and down. And I gotta say, the adjustment on this Transcend and the original Transcend is absolutely perfect. I mean, you can really put the light where you want it, and it just seems to work great. And I'll go ahead and show you how to make that adjustment once you get it snapped back in, just like I did. You can take and turn it this way, and it stays in place. It's not going to vibrate loose. Or you can bend it back down this way and shine it straight down or straight up, or just whichever degree you want it to be in. It just really adjusts perfect. So I can't say enough about that feature. I've had some headlamps that were just a pain in the butt to adjust, and they didn't stay put, and they would move around. This one does. I go ahead and tell you, that is one of the best mounts I've seen for a headlamp. So very impressed with that. Now, if you're wondering just how powerful this headlamp is, it puts out 1,500 lumens on the turbo mode, and the turbo mode only lasts for 30 seconds, and then it jumps back down to high mode. And the reason it does that is so it don't overheat the LEDs or hurt the battery or whatever. Plus, it helps extend your battery life, so you're not running it on the highest possible setting. But even on high, once it jumps down to high, it still puts out 750 lumens for 4 hours. Yeah, you heard that right, 4 hours. Medium is 300 lumens for 5.5 hours, and low is 30 lumens for 28 hours. I mean, that's just ridiculous. It does have a strobe feature, and it puts out 750 lumens for 4 hours. And if you'll notice, whenever you turn the light on, like you can see that I have it set to the low position. You can see the dots lined up with the low. And then the way that you move it to medium is you just twist it, and you can see that it slowly ramps up to medium, and then it slowly ramps up to high. And the reason it it ramps up, and it's not just an instantaneous light. It's one, so your eyes can get adjusted to it, so you're not, if you're trying to jump from low to high, it don't just, it's not such a shock to your eyes. But number two, it's called smart power control, and it just gives a transition between the different modes, and it extends the battery life. So that is pretty handy. And then once you turn it on, you can see that the end of the flashlight, the end right there, glows orange for Nebo. So the light it's really good looking. It's like a dark gray color with some orange trim there on the end. And it's aircraft aluminum, so it's going to be light and strong, and it has like an anodizing over top of it, so it just keeps the light looking sharp, and prevents it from corroding or any of that. Now the light is water resistant. It's not waterproof, so it's not like you can go diving with this thing. But anyways, the light does have a lot to offer. I'm going to take you outside here in a bit and show you the difference in light output between the different modes there. But another thing that I really like about this Nebo light is the head strap. It does have an adjustment buckle here, and it's really easy to adjust. Some of the headlamps that I've worn in the past, the strap or where it mounts up hurts my head because my head is shaved and it's not very comfortable. But I gotta say, all of the Nebo headlamps that I've done a review on, they've all been very comfortable, and haven't had any problems with that. Like I said, some of the other ones that I've had felt kind of itchy, or they've rubbed my head, or where the buckles were, they bothered me, where they were just up against my skin. But I've not had any problems at all with the Nebo, the elastic straps. That is a plus. Very comfortable, and I think you'll be very happy with that. Now, this light is rechargeable, and the way that you get to the port to charge the battery is you just unscrew this cap here on the end, and once you get it unscrewed, then the battery is just inside. And I'll go ahead and show you right here. When you unscrew the cap, you can see that there's a really thick O-ring right there at my fingernail, and the battery just pulls out. You can see right there is a port where you plug in the little charger here. And let's take a look. This here is going to be a USB-C, and then just a regular USB end on it. So you can use any kind of charger that you have. I've got just a standard phone charger, and when you just plug this end into the charger, and then plug this end into the battery, and while it's charging, it glows red, and I can't remember once it's fully charged what color it turns, but or if it blinks. I just can't remember. But anyways, you can see that it's got that little indicator right there at my thumbnail, showing you that it's charging. Now the battery is a 18650 battery. If I can get my camera to focus, there we go. It's a 3200 milliamp an hour, 3.6 volts. And if you have any problems with these batteries down the road or whatever, these are readily available. You can buy them through Nebo, or you can buy them online. A lot of places sell these types of batteries. Now, before I take you outside, I wanted to show you real quick again how to switch between the modes. What you do is you turn the light on, and when it's set to the low right there, then it's going to be on low. That's self-explanatory. And then when you move it over, then it's going to jump up to medium. Then you move it over again, it's going to jump over to high. Well, if you're wondering how do you get it on turbo mode, well, you just hold the button in on the end. Hold the button in, and you can see that it jumped up to turbo mode. All right, now you can see I've got it pointed right here in the corner, and that's high. I'm going to hold the button down, and then it's going to jump up to turbo. And right there, that's turbo mode. And you can see, I don't know if the camera picks up the switch between high and turbo mode, but it's a dramatic change. Like I said, it's on high, it's 750 lumens, and on turbo, it's 1500 lumens. So, you know, it's double the output. So anyways, you can be in low mode right here on the flashlight. You can set it back down to low. And you can see that, like I said, it only puts out like 30 lumens on low. But then all you have to do is just take and hold the button down. And then it jumps all the way up to turbo mode, which is 1500 lumens. And it'll set here on turbo mode for 30 seconds. And you'll feel the light get a little bit warm. But, you know, after those 30 seconds is up, then it drops back down to high. And you know, this thing really does put out a lot of light. I know it's hard to tell here in the house because I've got the lights on, but I'm fixing to take you outside and show you just how bright it is. All right, guys, well, I'm outside and I've got the Transcend 1500 on the lowest setting, which is 30 lumens, and my truck is over there. You could easily see to change a tire with this or work on something up close. But if you wanted a little bit more light, you could kick it up. And I'll go ahead and tell you, when I kick it up to the next level, it's dramatic. That's medium, and you can see even in the distance, you know, it lights up the house, lights up the whole truck. I mean, you can see on top of the roof easily. And so it's pretty bright. You can even see the storage shed out back, and even the tops of the trees and stuff. It's a really bright light. So I'm gonna go ahead and kick it up on high, and right there, that's 750 lumens, and you can see that it's, you know, you can easily see the roof and the house, and you know, it's just even brighter. And you know, again, you can see all the trees in the distance, and you know, it's just ridiculously bright. I'm gonna turn it up to turbo mode, which is 1500. There it is right there. And you know, again, you can really see the shingles up there, or I'm sorry, the metal roof up there, and the trees in the distance behind the house. I mean, it is just ridiculous how much brighter the turbo mode is. Now, I'm not sure if the video is going to do it justice or not, but you know, it's super freaking bright. So, you know, if you're looking for a good headlamp that puts out more than any headlamp that I know of, I know at least in the Nebo line, this is the one to get. Like I said, I've enjoyed the Nebo Transcend 1000, and it's a great light. I've used the heck out of that thing, working on the car and just doing stuff outside, tinkering stuff. But this one here being even brighter, I mean, come on. I mean, you can see, I mean, you can easily see to the top of the house. Now, if you're, you know, a coon hunter or something like that, that would be a great light. If you're a mechanic, you know, if you're working outside, or if you just want to have a good flashlight to keep in your vehicle for like an emergency or whatever, that would be well worth it. And there's Nix right there. Say hey, Nix. You don't know what to think about this headlamp, but anyways, you can see all the way in the backyard, and I shine to the top of that tree right there, and that's a long ways away, and that's just on high. Let me kick it back up again to turbo. Now that's turbo. I don't know if you can see the difference on the camera, but it's a noticeable difference. I mean, it puts out twice as much output. So anyways, if you're looking for a bright light and you want the headlamp, then check it out. And check out this spider right here. Thing's huge. But yeah, this is the brightest headlamp that Nebo has to offer. And like I said, if you don't want to use it as a headlamp, you can always just hold it in your hand and use it as just a regular flashlight. And as you can see, the light transitioned down just a little bit. It went from turbo mode down to high. I don't know, like I said, I don't know if the camera picks that up very well, but you know, it is a very, very bright headlamp, and you can see all the way up to the top right there of the house with ease. So anyways, I appreciate you guys watching the video, and check out the link in the description. I'll put it down there for Nebo tools, and I'll put some information about the Transcend 2000 headlamp down below as well. So make sure you like and subscribe to my channel, and I appreciate you guys watching. And as always, guys, thanks. Have a good one.